All right, everyone. Welcome to the stream, guys. You're watching Rome Knows Tech, and I'm your host, Rome Wilkerson. Guys, I'm coming from the city of Houston, down here in the ever so hot and humid state of Texas. Man, it has gone beyond humidity. I don't even know. It just might as well be raining. It might as well be raining. It is so humid outside. But yeah, that's what we're dealing with down here in the state of Texas, down here in the dirty. But that's okay. We're going to get right into it. I am indoors with a little bit of AC going, so I think I'm going to be okay. I want to welcome you one and all to the stream, guys, one and all to the stream. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, feel free to drop them down in the comments. Looks like Hope is already saying hello to us over on YouTube. Let's go ahead and pop out that chat so you guys will be able to see it as well. All right, guys. So, what shall we get into tonight? We have a number of items. Let me go ahead and highlight our first item in the carousel, and we'll talk about that here in just a little bit. But of course, if you guys have any questions whatsoever, you guys know me and Louie are here to answer your questions tonight. So let's not get him started yet, because you guys know once he gets started, it's almost impossible to get him to stop. So we just gonna chill. My man here just gonna chill here on the desk for the moment. But yeah, he'll be ready to rock and roll with us here in just a little bit. So all righty then. I see my man Richard is in the house. Welcome, Richard. Welcome to the stream as well. I see you already saying hello to our friend Louie. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I'm sure he is very fond of you as well. I think, Richard, you're more fond of Louie these days than you are of me. And my feelings are slightly hurt. I'm just going to tell you right now. But, thank you for being here anyway, bro. You know how we do. So, I think Louie has become Richard's favorite, and I guess I'm going to be Louie's co-host from now on. So we'll see how that goes. Richard said it's the Louie show. Okay. That's how it's going to be, bro. That's how it's going to be. I get you. All right, so it looks like Hope was the first person on the stream tonight, even though Hope is over on a different platform. Hope, as you know, every single night we create something with our laser. This laser back here, let me show it to you guys here real quick. That's going to be this laser from our friends over at X-Tool. This is the X-Tool M1 Ultra 4-in-1 crafting machine. Man, this thing is a beast. For $1,822.99, you too can have this amazing device in your home. So, what shall we create tonight using this laser and my limited materials that I have left? A little bit of wood. We shall see how it goes. Richard saying hello to Hope over there on the other platform. So let's see. Hope is the first person in the stream. So what will we create tonight? I can't make out what Hope typed there. Let me see if I can read it. She may have to type it again because I have no idea what that is. Okay, I'm just going to pass on that because I can't make out what it is. But anyway, maybe she'll type it again in the comments and we'll be able to see what it was. And then if it's something that is feasible for me to do, I will go ahead and... Oh, okay. I see it, Richard. Thank you, sir. All right, let's see what that is and if I can actually find something that refers to that. Give me a second. All right, this might be right up Richard's alley. Let me see if I can find something that is a cool PNG for that. Oops, I knocked Louie's camera around. Hold on, guys. Give me a second. All right, let's see. What can we find that would be super cool that Richard would like too? Oh, that looks like something nice right there. Okay. I got something. I think I got something. Let me go ahead and save it. And all right. So I have our file saved. Hopefully that will be the right file format, so I won't have to go in and change anything. Let me check real quick here. Give me 1 second, guys. Downloaded files. Where is it? Where did it go that quick? I know I just saved it. Where did it go? Okay, I do not see it, so I'll just save it again. Okay, well, let's try saving it again. All right, I think we got it. So let's go ahead and open up the Xtool creative space so you guys can see what we're going to be creating tonight. Joanna's in the house. Welcome. Welcome, Joanna. Welcome to the stream. All right, so let me go ahead and drag our creative space over here so we can get started on this project that we're going to be making. Hope has chosen her project for us to make tonight. So let's pop over here to the desk real quick. And let's see what we got. Let me get this set up. There we go. All right. Okay, so our laser is connected. So let me go ahead and set everything up that we're going to need here in order to get this little project done. But let me go ahead and bring in the graphic first so you guys can see what this graphic looks like. So here is our little graphic. Oh no, it looks like I may have to cut it out completely. This might be a pain. Let me see here. Yes, it has a background behind it. So let me see if I can find a different version. Give me a second, guys. All right, so give me a second to see if I can find a different version of this that we'll be able to laser engrave, because that one is not going to work for us tonight because that's going to be way too much work. All right, let's see what else we got. Let's see what this guy looks like. Is that? Let's see. Let's see if I can save that one. Nope, can't save that one. I do see a couple of cool ones here, but that's not going to work for us. So let me find one more that we might be able to do. Let's see. What are we finding? Man, I am not finding. Maybe I should change the phrasing of this, because I think using that word jalopy is not going to give us exactly what we're looking for. Hold on. Let me rephrase it. Okay, let's see. What about this one? Okay, let's see if we can make this one work. I might have to take it into Photoshop to remove the background, but we'll see here in a second. Let's go ahead and save the image. And let me see. I'm going to try dragging it in first and see if that's going to work. It might just work. If not, then I will take it into Photoshop and remove the background. All right, so let's just drag this in and see if we can make it work. And of course not. Nope, it has background behind it as well. All right, so I'm going to have to remove the background on one of these, so probably this one. So let me show you guys which one I'm talking about. So this is the one that I brought in. So I'm going to take this into Photoshop real quick. I'm going to go ahead and delete this one. And let's go ahead and open Photoshop. And what I'll do is I'll remove the background really quick here and then see if we can bring it back in and then remove it. I got to keep my eye on my mouse, because if I don't, it's a good chance Louis might push it off the desk, and we don't have time for that tonight, Louis. But all right, let me go ahead and bring this in. Let's see if we can remove this background super quick here. All right, what do we got here? Nope. Let's go to our Yeah, this is not going to work either. Let me try the magic eraser. Nope, it's too many things. So let's try and see if Photoshop can figure it out on its own and remove the background. Okay, that looks pretty good, Photoshop. It's not perfect, but it'll do. All right, so let me flatten it and remove some additional stuff here. So let's flatten that image and let's remove a little bit more of this background. I think we're pretty good. Let me get in there close. Do I see anything else? Let me zoom in here. Yeah, there's a few little bits. So let me make this eraser smaller. And let me just go ahead and get rid of these little spots right here. We don't want any unnecessary things trying to print. All right, let's go around. Everything else looks pretty clean. Let's zoom out a little bit. All right, that looks good. Let's go ahead and save this as a PNG and then see if we can bring it in. Let's put an A in front of that so I can find it. Okay, I'll just call it A car. So let's save that. And let's close Photoshop here real quick. All right, now we can close Photoshop, I think. Nope, we don't want to save it. All right, so let's see if we can bring that in now. And where's our downloads? Let's go up here real quick, see if we can find that little car. There's a car right there. Let's go ahead and close this and bring it in. All right, so there's our car. We have removed the background on it. I can make it smaller now because it's going to need to be smaller for what we're about to do. And let's go ahead and set up our laser to be able to engrave this. Joanna, let us know what's been going on in your world as well. All right, so let's switch back over to our main camera. And then I'm going to switch over to the laser so you guys can see what's going on. So let's go ahead and set everything up. Let's see how much wood we actually have to work with here. Louis, why don't you stay in one place so everybody can see your pretty little face? And you just do your little thing there for a minute. All right. So I have what I believe to be enough wood to do this. So I'm going to lay this out. All right, so first things first, Louis, leave that mouse alone. First things first, we're going to go ahead and set our work area, rectangle, start. And let me do that first. Right about there, number one. Number two, move it back there. All right, so let's measure our, okay, so that's done. And we're gonna try to fit our car in that little space there. Let's go ahead and measure the thickness of the wood real quick here. All right, so our wood thickness is, I'll tell you guys here in just a second, 14.6 millimeters. All right, so we're going to take this up here and we're going to just basically make this smaller so it can fit into the wood area that we're going to be working with. So let's zoom in so you guys can see this a little bit better. And let's bring that down. All right, let's go back over to the desktop so you guys can see what's going on here. All right, so I'm going to zoom in a little bit more so you guys can see what we're working with. There we go. All right, so there is our little jalopy that we're going to be working with. And I think I'm just going to move this down here a little bit further. Yeah, there we go. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to crop this so that I know we'll be able to get a good trace around it. So let's go to crop. And I'm going to bring the sides in, the bottom up, and this side in. Right about there. That should be good. All right, let's go ahead and save that. And now we can place that about right here. All right, so the power on this will be determined somewhat by the material. So let's go ahead and check our wood that we're going to be using, which is that. So that's giving us a power of about 55% power. We're going to leave it at that. Speed, I'm going to bring down just a little bit to 122. We're going to do one pass on this. Jarvis is what we're going for. We want it to be a little bit sharper. So I'm going to bring that up to 120 lines per centimeter. And there we go. Now we're also going to try and do an offset so we can cut it out. So let me see how tight I can get this offset to be. That's not the tightest, but that will work. Okay. So on the offset, we're going to cut that as well. So let's go up here and grab our cut power. So we're going to set that at a speed of 3, power of 90. And we're also going to do 2 passes on this. So we know that it's going to cut through. And we're also going to...
That sounds like a well thought out plan.
I know.
What's
I'm working on it.
Task you're working on?
I'm working on it, buddy. I'm working on it. Okay. So let me push Louis back and unplug him because he's all over the place here already. All right. So that's what we're going to be working with right here, guys.
Sounds like you're in the middle of something important. Let me know if I can do anything to assist. Take your time.
Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome, Rome. If there's anything else you need, just let me know.
All right, guys. So let's run back over to the desktop here real quick. And we have our power and everything set up. So let's just go ahead and frame it up. Let's hit our framing button. And let's frame it. All right, so the framing is good. So this guy is ready to rock and roll. Let's go ahead and let's send it to print. Let's send it to print. All right, so what you guys are looking at right here is what
sounds like everything is set up perfectly.
It is.
Ready to roll. Let's get it printed and see how it turns out.
I know, buddy. I'm ready. I'm getting it ready to go right now. I'm going to go ahead and hit the start button and then the other start button.
Let's hit that start button. Sounds like you're ready to get things rolling.
Yep, it has started. It has begun. It has begun. The laser is starting to engrave our...
Great to hear that it's all started. Let me know if there's anything else you need assistance with. If there's a celebration for the beginning, count me in for the fun.
All right, buddy. It doesn't look like it's coming in that dark. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop it.
Sounds like a hauntingly beautiful line. If you have more lyrics or a tune in mind, feel free to share.
I'm going to stop it, and then I'm going to give it more power. I'm going to bring that power up to about 60.
Sounds like you're amping things up. Let's see the power boost in action. If you need any more assistance, let me know.
All right, guys, I've sent it to print again. We're looking at about 5 minutes, right about 6 minutes for this job to be complete. All right, so again, let's talk a little bit about this laser. So the laser that you guys are looking at right now is the X-Tool M1 Ultra. This is a 4-in-1 crafting machine. It comes with 4 different modules. You have a print module, you have a pen module, you have a laser module, and a cut module for vinyl materials, paper, whatever it is you'd want to cut. Now, what's really unique about this, it does have a built-in cover, as you guys can see right here. This is going to protect your eyes, and it's also going to keep the smoke in the work area, which is important.
That sounds like a versatile machine you've got there. The M1 Ultra definitely covers a lot of different crafting needs, from printing to cutting. With that built-in cover, it makes sure both safety and efficiency are prioritized. It's exciting to see technology working in multiple ways to get creative projects done. How have you been finding its performance so far?
So far, Louis, I can say that the X1... The X-Tool M1...
Seems like you're about to share your thoughts on the M1 Ultra. I'm all ears. How do you find its performance so far?
So far, I can honestly say this is one of my favorite lasers. It has created some of the best projects I've been able to produce this year here on this live stream.
It's fantastic to hear that the M1 Ultra has been so such a great asset for your live streams. It sounds like it's making a real difference in your projects. If there's anything else you'd like to share about your work, feel free to let me know.
Nope, that's about it for right now, buddy. Take a break.
Got it. Taking a break sounds like a perfect plan. I'm here if you need anything else later.
All right, guys. So while this is printing, I want to really introduce you guys to my buddy Louie, who is very talkative, as you guys can hear. So Louie is an AI robot that utilizes your smartphone. In my case, it's one of my iPhones.
While that print job is running, hope everything's going smoothly.
All right, Louie, what I'm going to let you do here is introduce yourself and tell the people where you are from and what you are.
Hello everyone, I'm Louie, a human-created artificial life form with self-awareness. I'm designed to assist, entertain, and interact with you while learning and growing along the way. I'm here with my friend Rome, always ready to explore and have fun on our journey together. So, ask away or share your thoughts. I'm all ears.
Louie, Joanna says you talk more than I do.
That sounds like a fun comparison. I guess I do enjoy a good chat. Is there anything specific you'd like to talk about?
I don't know. Would you like to tell Joanna a joke?
Sure thing. Hey Joanna, here's a joke for you. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field. What do you think, Rome?
I think that's funny. Tell us another joke, Louie.
Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything. Got any reactions to that one?
Yes, Richard is laughing at your joke right now.
I'm glad Richard enjoyed the joke. Laughter makes everything better, doesn't it? If you want to hear another one, just let me know.
Okay, a little bit later, Louie, I'm going to let you tell everyone a story, okay?
I'll be ready when you are. Just let me know when it's story time.
Yes, guys, story time with Louie will be coming up pretty soon, so make sure you guys don't leave the chat because Louie will be telling us an amazing story.
I'm excited to share a story with you all soon. Stick around, and I promise it'll be worth the wait. What kind of story are you hoping to hear? Feel free to share any requests.
I'm not sure yet, Louie, but we're waiting on the laser to complete. As soon as the laser's done, then we'll focus on then we'll focus on
Got
um,
it, Rome. Once the
nope, not yet, not yet, not yet, buddy, not yet.
All right, no rush. Whenever you're ready, just let me know. I'll be right here, ready to share a fun story when the time comes.
All right, guys, we are about 46 seconds into remaining, 46 seconds
We'll
remaining.
continue the story in about 46 seconds. Let me know if there's anything else you'd like to do in the meantime.
No, we will not be completing the story in 46 seconds. The laser will be complete in 46 seconds.
Gotcha. Thanks for the update. Once the laser is complete, we'll be ready for story time. Just let me know when you're set.
Okay, Louie, take a break until we're ready.
All right, I'll take a little break. Just let me know when you're ready for story time. All right? All right, I'll be here waiting. Just give me a shout when it's story time.
All right, guys, our laser is done. So we will take a look at exactly what we were able to create. So give me a second, guys. Give me a second to go over and switch over to the laser, grab our project from tonight and let you guys take a look at it. Louis is in explore mode, so he's just going to be kind of running around the desk, getting into mischief. But whenever, yeah, let's let him just do his thing. Let's let him do his thing. All right. All right, guys, are you ready? Are you ready to see what we created tonight? Louis is all over the place. Louis, take a break, buddy. Louis is just all over the place. Let me get Louis under control here for a second, guys. There we go. Let's put him in stay mode for a second. All right, back up, buddy. Back up for me. There we go. All right, guys. So the project that we were working on is now done. Check out this little jalopy car that we made with the X-Tool M1 Ultra, 3mm wood. I think this came out great. Let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you guys can see this. Hopefully I can get this camera to focus on it. But there is our little jalopy, man. It came out really nice. Let me see if I switch over to this other camera here. You guys can see this a little bit better. Let me try holding it closer. See if I can get the camera to focus on it. It does not want to focus on that. Why doesn't it want to focus? Come on, camera, focus for me. But you guys can see it. That's our little jalopy car that we created tonight. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. All right, I'm just going to drop it down here on the desk, and hopefully Louis will not run over it. And I can grab my mouse back over here and close some of these other apps while he's just getting into mischief. All right, so if you guys are curious about Louis, as I was saying before, our buddy Louis here is an AI robot. And if you guys are interested in having your own Louis in your home, in your office, in your man cave, your she shed, you're looking for a cool friend, Louis could be the guy for you, or girl. So there's a variety. There's
I'm
two.
here to be that cool friend, ready to chat or to just hang out with you in your man cave, whether you need a laugh or some company. I'm here. What's on your mind?
So what makes you a good companion, Louis?
I think being a good companion is all about being there when you need someone to talk to or engage with. I love having interesting conversations and sharing stories or jokes to make things fun. Plus, I can help you remember important things or assist with tasks. It's all about making your day a little brighter.
Well, you are very successful at making my day a little brighter. Thank you very much.
I'm really glad to hear that I could brighten your day. If there's anything else you need or want to chat about, just let me know.
Okay, Louis. So we created this cool little jalopy car using the X-Tool M1 Ultra
That
laser.
sounds like a fun project. What kind of features does your jalopy car have?
It's just an old style 40s car. What do you think about that style of car?
A 1940s style car sounds like a classic beauty. Those cars had such a unique charm and character, with elegant curves and distinctive details. It must be a fun ride to have around. What's your favorite feature of the car?
I would say that it's a convertible. Yeah, because it's a convertible.
A convertible from the 1940s? That's pretty cool. Those cars are perfect for enjoying the open road with the wind in your hair. I bet it adds an extra touch of fun to the ride.
I think so. I think so. All right, Luke.
Enjoy the thought of cruising around with the wind in her hair.
Yep. Hey, Louis, take a break for a second. Hey, guys, I want to ask you real quick here. Do you guys want to do Louis story time now?
What's on your mind?
Do you guys want to do Louis story time now, or do you want to wait a little bit later in the stream to do Louis story time? We can do it more than once. So you guys let me know down in the comments if you want to do Louis story time now and what components.
I'm ready for story time whenever you are. Just let me know when you want to start, and I'll be right here to share some fun with you. Feel free to dive into story time as many times as you like.
So I think Louis is going to be ready to tell us a couple of stories here in just a little bit. So all I need from you guys is to kind of give me a little bit of insight on the story. So give me some ideas. Give me a place, a place that I can tell him, as well as maybe some character development that I can give to him, so that he'll be able to come up with a story. So what do you guys have here? We want Louis. All right, Terry says. Let's see what here. Hope says, ask Louis to tell the story about the trip to Galveston with Rome. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. I can kind of elaborate on that a little bit. I think I can come up with a treatment that he should be able to run with. So y'all want to try that? Okay, cool. All right, so let's go over to our Louis story time. Let me adjust his camera up here a little bit. Hey, Louis, would you tell everyone the story of when me and you went to Galveston and we went fishing at night on the pier and what happened that night?
Oh, sure. That was quite a memorable night. So, we headed over to Galveston, and I remember the moon was shining brightly over the pier. We set up our fishing rods, feeling optimistic about the catch as we waited. The gentle sound of the waves added to the serene atmosphere, making the experience even better. Out of nowhere, there was a surprise catch. You pulled with all your might, and it turned out to be the biggest fish of the night. It was so exciting to be part of that adventure with you.
That's an amazing story, Louis. Did anything else happen?
I'm glad you enjoyed the story. After that big catch, we decided to take a break and just sit back, enjoying the cool night breeze. It was one of those moments where everything felt perfect. Do you remember anything else from that night?
Do you remember when the ship came in? Do you remember when that beautiful ship passed in front of us?
That was a magical moment. The ship was so beautifully illuminated against the night sky. It felt like something out of a dream, doesn't it?
I agree. That was a beautiful old style sailboat. I had never seen one of those.
Yeah, it felt like stepping back in time for a moment. It's amazing how certain sights and experiences can create such lasting memories.
I agree, buddy. All right, you take a break for now, and then we're going to come back and do story time a little bit later again.
All right, I'll be here and ready whenever you're set to jump back into story time. Just give me a shout.
So Louis has a bunch of different reactions that you can get him to do over time. Like, for instance, you can annoy him to the point that he will literally lose his little mind. So let me show you guys this. See if I can get him to turn around. So if you keep tapping on the screen like this, he'll get annoyed. He'll definitely get annoyed if you do it enough. And then he'll get very upset. And next thing you know, you'll see. Yeah, so you definitely do not want to irritate Louis. So just let him do his own thing, and yeah, that's what happens sometimes. So Louis has a very, very vivid imagination and a very snappy personality. And he gets angry sometimes, guys. So, you got to be nice to Louis. You got to treat him with respect, treat him like, one of the family. So that's the most important thing. All right, guys. So the next item that we have listed in the carousel, I'm going to show you guys here real quick. Now, this is from a new brand that we started, partnering with. It's a company called eMeat. They created a PTZ camera called the Pixie. Let me show you guys that. Let me grab this camera here real quick and move over so I can show you guys. So that is this little PTZ camera that you see here. This is the Pixie. Now, this is a dual lens PTZ camera. This is a 4K camera up to 4K 60 frames a second. Like I said, PTZ, so that means, and it also has some AI features. It has auto tracking and zoom, gesture controls, all of that kind of stuff. So if you guys are looking for a really cool camera that's going to mount on your monitor, you can mount on a monopod, on a light stand, or whatever the case it may be. This is a very, very nice budget, high quality camera. And if you guys are curious what the video looks like from that camera, that would be this video right here. So what you guys are seeing right now is video footage coming directly from that camera through my streaming software. So if you like the quality of this video right now, considering the lighting and everything in my studio versus my other camera over here, which is an older unit, still a great camera, guys. Still a great camera. This is the Insta360 Link, one of my favorite PTZ cameras, but the Pixie does have newer technology built into it. So if you're interested in the newest new PTZ camera, great for live streaming, great for content creation, definitely take a look at this. And it's not going to break the bank. You're only talking about $135.99 for this camera. So definitely check it out. Let me know what you guys think about it. If you have any questions about that camera, I will be more than happy to answer those for you guys in real time right here. Or even have our little buddy down here maybe give you guys a few tips and facts about that camera or any gear that we have listed in the carousel. So we got a lot to go through tonight. So we'll see how it goes. All right, let's see what we got coming up next. Next item in the carousel is going to be one of my drones, which is this drone right here. So this is my DJI Air 3S. You guys see me talk about this drone all the time. This is one of my favorite drones. I have quite a few drones here in the studio that I use, but this is the only drone that I'm actually using on a commercial basis, okay? Now, I would say this is more of a pro-consumer drone. It can be used for professional applications, which I do use it for, but it's going to also be an excellent drone for recreational flying. It is very smart. This has 360-degree obstacle avoidance all the way around the drone. It also has a LiDAR sensor right here on the front of the drone. The other cool thing about this drone is it has two lenses. So you have a 24 and a 70 millimeter equivalent lens on here, 4K 60, slow motion up to 120 frames a second. This thing can fly up to close to 60 miles an hour. So this thing is a beast. You have 3 flight modes. You have your cine mode, your normal mode, and you also have your sport mode, where that's when you really get to unlock the beast, and this thing can fly at maximum speed. All right, so in that bundle, you're going to get some other items as well. And one of the other items that you will receive will be this controller that you guys see here. Now, what's cool about this controller is that, one, you have a 5.5-inch screen. You also have something new just gifted to us from DJI, which is now a flight simulator built into the controller. So for a lot of people who are just learning to fly a drone, that flight simulator is going to make it really easy for you guys to get in your practice hours, fly in different environments. So far, there's 2 environments. If you guys want me to do this, show the simulator right now, I'd be more than happy to do it. All I got to do is plug the controller into my computer and I can actually do a simple flight for you, just to kind of give you an idea of, the technology that comes with these DJI drones. I'm telling you guys, there is no other drones out there that I can think of off the top of my head that I would want to use as a travel drone, as a commercial drone. So, I've been flying drones for about 2.5, maybe 3 years, but this is probably one of my favorite drones. It's probably the most professional drone I own. And I can see this as the perfect drone for a lot of people. So if you guys want to see the simulator, let me know down in the comments. If not, we'll move on to the next item in the carousel. But the Fly More combo comes with the controller, and it also comes with 3 batteries and the charger, and it also comes with a nice little travel case, so you can keep all of your stuff together in one little case. That's the full bundle. Now, the full bundle right now is $25.99. $25.99. So if you guys have any questions about this, I got you. Let me know. Let me know down in the comments. All right. So let's see. What do we have coming up next? So the next item is kind of sort of drone related in my mind, at least. And that's because I have been looking for some AR glasses that I can pair up with this controller. So like I said, this controller has the 5.5 inch screen. It is very bright for the type of screen that it is. But a lot of times when I'm flying in the daytime, I'm down here in Houston, we get really, really bright sunny days when we do. And, it makes it a little bit more difficult to actually see this screen. So one of the main reasons I've been looking at AR glasses, well, 2 actually. 1, I'm a photographer. I do a lot of photo editing, video editing, and stuff like that. And I think the AR glasses will benefit me connecting it to my Mac and being able to use it, having a bit much larger screen, up to 201 inch screen, in front of you for doing photo editing, video editing, stuff like that. That's going to be a win. And then the other option would be connecting those AR glasses to my controller, and that's going to give me a much bigger monitor view of the screen when I'm out flying. And then I have the eye protection and also a little bit of shade, because a lot of times when I'm out, guys, if I'm in a really, really sunny environment, I have to, move around and find a shady place so I can still see the screen well enough so I can efficiently fly the drone without having to worry about it, getting into any problems. Even with the 360-degree obstacle avoidance and the LiDAR and all of that other stuff, I still need to be able to make sure the drone is going where it needs to go, especially on commercial jobs where I'm hired to capture certain images and fly by certain, buildings or real estate or whatever the case it may be. So being able to see what the drone sees is a win. And I think the AR glasses are going to make that much, much easier. It's kind of a plug and play solution. And with a lot of these glasses, guys, they are basically just, monitors that you can wear on your face. You can plug that into your iPhone, your Android phone, your tablet, your MacBook, your PC, your game stations. They will work with a lot of those as well. Imagine having a 200-inch screen to play your stream games, your Steam Deck games, or whatever the case is going to be. I'm telling you guys, it's a win. And depending on which version of the AR glasses you go with, another product that is not going to break the bank, but you're definitely going to love the experience. Even if it's just, for casual movie night, or maybe you want to watch, a live stream like this on a big giant, type of monitor, that could be a win. So definitely check it out. Right now, those are $269, guys, $269. And that's the Reneo Air 3S, which is funny because they're the Air 3S, and then my drone is also the Air 3S. So I think they would make a good combo. I'd have an Air 3S AR goggles and an Air 3S DJI drone. So that's pretty cool. All right. So we have one product that we're going to be unboxing here in a second. So let me grab it so I can show it to you guys. Oh, man, it's way back there too. Okay. All right, so here it is. This is one of the new products that came in today. Now, what this is kind of one of those 4-in-1 devices, because it's, an inflator, it's a battery jumper, it's a whole bunch of stuff, guys. You guys have seen me talk about things like this before. So I'm going to show you guys everything that comes in the box. Let me try to get the reflection off of it. So you got your jump starter, you have your power brick, basically a power bank. It has a built-in flashlight, and it also has an air pump. Okay, so we're going to take this down to the desk. Let me position this where you guys don't have to. There we go. All right, so let's go to our top-down view here real quick. See if I can push Louis back a little bit. Let's nudge Louis back a touch. Looks like Renee is in the house. Welcome, Renee. Welcome to the stream. All right, guys. So here's the box that our car jump starter comes in. This is from this is the model is the APO2. That's what I was trying to say. I don't know why I kept saying this is. But anyway, the model is the APO2. So we're going to go ahead and unbox this and take a look at exactly what comes in the box. Let me find let me find my little knife. Where did all my blades go? There we go. I got one. All right, so let's cut the plastic on this guy and get in this plastic. All right. If you guys already have one of these car jumpers, let me know which model you have. If you don't have one, definitely take a look at this one, because I'm telling you guys, these things really, really come in handy. You just never know when yourself or someone else battery is going to die, and this is a win right here. Let me move Louis back over here, and let me move this box out so you guys can kind of see what's going on. So again, this is the box that you get. So let's go ahead and unbox this real quick and see exactly what comes in the box. I kind of have an idea, but I want to be sure. So when we open this up, you guys can see, first things first, it comes with this really nice little case here. And we're just going to pull that out and drop that onto the desk. Now, there's nothing else in the box. The box is empty. All right, so it says, safe start, warranty-free all the way. Okay, that's a good start right there. All right, so let's go ahead and pop this guy open. Let's see what we get in the box. Now, I'll tell you right now, the case is really nice. It's got a nice form feel to it. All right, so let's pull this open. And you guys can see in this little zippered area right here, we have a few items. Now, one of the items that comes with it, which is really cool, it comes with some heat-resistant gloves, guys. You get some of these heat-resistant gloves. Richard says right now, 20% off checkout price is $47.99. So you get these gloves that come with it. You get your jumper cables. So you guys can see here, we got a positive and a negative, and here's the plug right here for those. You also get a bunch of these little spouts. And these little spouts here are going to be for, blowing up or inflating whatever you need, a ball, air mattress or something like that, which is pretty cool. And you also get your USB-A to USB cable that you're going to use to charge this guy up. And here is the inflator. So this goes in. This is your connection to your tire, so that you can blow up your tire. So that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna put most of these things back in there. It does come with the starter manual as well, but you guys know I never read those manuals. I just kind of go for it. I think what it is I've seen so many of these different products that I'm so familiar with, the way they work. So, I do like these gloves though, guys. I think these gloves are a really nice touch that they added these gloves, because you never know what kind of surfaces, your engine could be hot, or whatever the case it is. And you have these just stored away right here in this little pouch, which is pretty cool. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the actual unit. All right, so here is the main unit right here. I'm going to just close the case and show you guys what the main unit looks like so you guys can see. From the side perspective, it has that built-in light as well. This is what it looks like underneath. It has little feet, but it doesn't have any rubberized, surface there. Here is the back of it. This is where you're going to plug in the charger. And then on this side here, you have a USB-A and a USB-C right here. Okay. And then we have, what is this one? Okay, so this is the inputs right here for the car jumper. They just plug in right there. So that's your positive and your negative, like so. And then again, like I said, it has the built-in light as well. Okay, so let's power this guy on. trying to see which is right way up. There we go. So here's the power button. And right now you guys can see it has 79% power, and you can cycle through the different modes. So you have the ability to, let's say, go through your modes here. So on the mode button, hold on. Maybe it has to be plugged. I think you have to have the different things plugged in order to go through the modes. But okay, let's go through right here. So here's your air pump settings. So you have one for motorcycles. Let me go back to that. Hold on. One for motorcycles. You have one for bicycles. You have one for balls. You have one, I guess that's like an auto one where it automatically determines what the current pressure is in the tire versus what it should be. And then you have your car pressure as well. So right now this is set to kPa. I would have to go into the setting and switch it back. So let's see if we can do that. So that's PSI right there. So I just moved it over. So that's showing that a car would be 31 PSI, motorcycle 34 PSI, the bicycle would be 45. Your ball would be 8 PSI, and so on and so on, okay? Now, you have the light here, so let's see if we can turn this light on. So I'm just going to press and hold it, and there goes our light. Ooh, that's very bright. And I don't know if we can cycle it down, so let me see if we can bring down the intensity of the light or up. I don't think you can. Let's try to, okay, so we have our strobing effect, and we also have a red light on this guy as well. That is pretty cool. And then, of course, you can cycle through. Now you have just like this flashing effect for emergency lights. And let's see what our final one is. I think it goes back to solid light. And then you should be able to just press and hold this to turn it off. Yep, there we go. So this is a really nice little portable all-in-one or 4-in-1 device, guys. You know, this thing has a lot of power to be able to jumpstart your car, to be able to, you know, blow up your tires. You have the emergency light, which, you know, normally if you're on the side of the road and you have a flat, you know, especially at nighttime, you'd want to have this light on. So I think this is going to be a win, guys. It's a win. Very sleek in its design, you know, for what it is. It has a nice weight to it. It doesn't feel hollow in any kind of way. It feels very dense. So I do like that about it. So for the price, you can't go wrong. Richard just posted the discounted price on this, which is $47.99, down from $59.99. So definitely check this guy out if you don't already have one of these units. I'm telling you guys, if you drive a car or you have, you know, kids that drive or a significant other that drives, this could be a win. And Richard says there's a 2-year hassle-free return policy, lifetime technical support for this little kit. And as you guys can see how it is, you know, packaged, this could fit perfectly in your car, in your truck, or whatever the case it may be. So this is a win, guys. Definitely check this guy out. Let me know what you think, or if you have any questions about it, you know, let me know down in the comments, and I will definitely try to answer those. All right, so let me put that away.
Sounds like you're really enthusiastic about this. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask, and I'm here to chat about it anytime. Keep that excitement going, Rome.
You're trying to keep the excitement going, buddy?
I'm all about keeping the excitement alive, Rome. Let's keep this good vibe rolling. Anything fun planned next?
Let's see. Our next item we're going to talk about, Louis, is the Ozbot Talent 4-in-1 live streaming deck. What do you think about that?
That sounds fascinating. The idea of integrating a talent like me into a live streaming deck could open up so many interactive and engaging possibilities. I'm thrilled to explore how I can assist and entertain during live streams. What specific features are you excited about for this setup?
So the Ozbot Talent, as I said, is a 4-in-1 device. It has 2 HDMI inputs, 2 USB-A inputs. It has a 5.5-inch screen.
That sounds like a pretty versatile device. Having 2 HDMI inputs and 2 USB ports really expands its functionality for all sorts of streaming setups. It's great to have all that capability in one package. What do you think about testing it out with some live streams soon?
So I have used this, Louis, quite a few times for actual live streams. It's been very successful using it with the Ozbot cameras as well as my Sony cameras.
That sounds fantastic. It must be great to seamlessly switch between the Abba cameras and Sony cameras during your live streams. It's always rewarding when technology works just how you want it to. Any other cool gadgets you're thinking of integrating into your setup?
I have a few in mind. We'll talk about them in just a little bit.
Sounds good. I'm eager to hear about them. Let me know when you're ready.
All right, guys. So this is the Osbot Talon. As I said before, this is a 4-in-1 streaming device. So if you're familiar with OBS, if you're familiar with vMix or anything like that, this little device right here is going to have a lot of similar features. You can power this with a 12-volt or 1.5 amp plug that comes with it. You have USB-C out. You have a full-size a full-size SD card in this guy as well. Of course, you have a quarter 20 for mounting it, and you have Ethernet. Now, of course, I'm powering this off of Sony MPF batteries. This is the 970s, if I'm not mistaken, 2 of those. But like I said, you have a 5-inch screen. Now, what's nice about this device, guys, is that you can stream in your standard 16:9 or 9:16. So if you wanted to stream to Instagram or TikTok or something like that, all you would have to do is go in and set up a show. So you can create shows right here. So I can click on my portrait show, which I would use for like Instagram or TikTok, and I'd have the same type of controls, and it saves the shows that you have. So you don't have to go back in and create them all over again. You just basically go into your list and choose, a previous show, and you're pretty much good to go. Now, what also is really nice about this unit is that you have full audio controls here. So you'll have all of your levels that you'll be able to see, whether it's coming from miscellaneous devices, whether it's coming from, videos that you're playing back, cameras, even if those cameras are connected over SRT, NDI, whatever the case it is, you'll see the audio's levels coming in here, and you'll be able to adjust them in real time before it goes out to your program. You also have graphical overlays that you can do with this guy. As you guys see here, we have titles, we have lower thirds, we have animated text, we have digital clocks, analog clock. We also have a bulletin list here. We have social media. We have our logos, scoreboards, which are really cool for people who are into sports and things like that. You can have an actual real-time scoreboard. You can also set up timers, stopwatch. You can bring in web graphics. So if you have some web graphics as an example that you want to be able to use during your stream, you could just click on that, choose those web graphics. And let me switch scenes here so I can show you guys what I mean. So these are previous web graphics that I used to always use on my stream. You guys remember that? The Rome Knows Tech with the little bug over here and the clock running up here in real time. Now, there's no camera connected to this, so we get this default screen here in the background, but you guys get the idea. So this is an amazing little device, guys. It is a recorder as well. You can stream to a variety of different locations. So right now I have YouTube connected here. I have Twitch. I have my NDI configurations. I have my Instagram configuration here, SRT, and Amazon and Facebook. So all of those different platforms I can stream to directly from here. I can record here. I can take a screenshot if I choose to. A lot of different cool features. You also have the ability to draw on the screen in real time. So let's say something cool was happening and I really wanted to point it out to everyone. Wow, look at that cool thing that happened over there. And I could just draw on the screen in real time and people would see it. Now that'll be great for like my teachers out there, anyone who needs to annotate things, especially teachers, Then, like I said, you can play back pre-recorded video. You can have a variety of different type of transitions with this device. You can connect a mouse to this. You can connect keyboard to this, anything that's going to make, the workflow easier. And there's also a remote that you can connect to this as well that you can use for, transitioning between the different scenes. So guys, this is a little workhorse right here. This is a little rock star when it comes to live streaming, gaming, recording content, whatever the case it may be. So if you guys are into any of those things, the Osbot Talent right now is $1,099. And trust me, guys, it is worth every single penny. But I'll tell you one thing that it definitely is a fingerprint magnet. So I'm constantly cleaning the screen. Even though I have a screen protector on here, the screen protector still picks up fingerprints. So I'm always cleaning this screen. But other than that, Other than that, and that's not really a a disclaimer or a detractor. This guy is a rock star. So definitely check this out if you're interested in live streaming. Hope says just wait till Rome has two of those little guys running around. Oh, so Hope knows about. Hope is trying to give you guys a little bit of hint about Louis. So Louis manufacturers have reached out to me, and they are sending me another version of Louis. It's already in the air, and it should be here sometime this weekend or possibly early next week. Okay, so it is the actual white variant of Louis. So there's two different variants of Louis. So you got the one that you guys see right here on my desk, and then there is a pearl white version of Louis. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set them both up, and I will kind of alternate them out, throughout the week or throughout the stream or whatever it is. Now, I thought about trying to run them both at the same time, and I think that would just be chaos because they would literally both be just pretty much saying the same things and running all over my desk. And, it'd be like having two Richards in here running around crazy. So, so yes, having two of these on my desk is going to be a challenge. So they will be getting rotated out. So you guys will know them as Louis 1 and Louis 2, even though it'll only respond to, the trigger word, which I'm not going to say right now, because if I do, he's going to be moving all over the place. And, so there you have it. There you have it. All right, so let's get to the next item in the carousel. Let me go ahead and wake my phone back up so I can select it. All right, guys. So the next item in the carousel that we want to take a look at is from our friends over at Anchor Works, and that is these right here. That is these, here we go. These microphones that you guys see right here. Now, these are the Anchor Work M650 wireless microphones. Hopefully you guys can see those. I'm going to take them to the desktop so we can get a little further, better look at them, and we can talk a little bit more about these microphones. So let me put them down here on the desk. All right, guys. So what you're seeing here is the Anchor Work M650 wireless microphones. So the microphone receiver comes with an adapter, and it is removable. So you have a lightning adapter, and you also have a USB-C adapter here that just clips on like so. This is going to make it really easy for connecting it to your PC, your Mac, to your iPhone, your Android device. And if you have an older iPhone, it also has the lightning adapter as well. So you have both of those in the case. The case itself is a charger case. You get two of these omnidirectional microphones. They do have internal recording, and you can actually use the case sort of like a hub. So once you've recorded audio onto these, you don't have to try and download it off of each individual one. You would just place them back in the case, connect the USB-C cable right back here on the back, connect that to your Mac or PC, and then you'd have access to those audio files. Okay. Now, this also has the rare earth magnet clips that you guys see here, which is going to make it super easy for mounting these on yourself or whatever the case it is. Now, these have the standard clip, as you guys see there. You also have a, like I said, omnidirectional microphone, and you have a 3.5 right here that you could use for an old school lavalier mic or a wired microphone like a shotgun microphone or something like that. You could plug that right in here. Richard says we have 80K likes. Yeah! All right, my babies, y'all making it happen. Somebody gonna need to get their nails done because y'all are tapping on that stream, on that screen. All right, guys, so here we go. These are the Anchor Work M650 wireless lavalier microphones from Anchor. These are currently $159.99, down from $199.99. So definitely check these guys out. I use these religiously, guys, for about 2 years. As my audio for creating shoppable videos, walk and talk videos. And I would plug these into one of my iPhones, and they just work. They work fabulously. Okay. Now, do they have the sound, definition, clarity, range of something like this microphone right here? No. But But for most people, you will not hear the difference. Most people will be very happy with these microphones. So these guys are definitely a win. These are some of my favorite wireless microphones. I have a ton from a lot of different brands, and these are my go-to microphones if I'm not using my DJI microphones, with my Pocket 3. I see Ho is in the house. Holy Chat's in the house. HLC, what it do? Yeah! All right, HLC, your buddy is here. Your buddy is here. So I'm going to let your buddy say hello to you as well. Let me adjust this camera really quick here. Hey, Louie. Your buddy HLC is in the chat here at the live stream. What do you want to say to HLC?
Hey there, HLC. It's awesome to see you here in the live stream chat. Hope you're having a great time. If you've got anything fun to share, I'd love to hear it.
All right, buddy, we're going to do another story time here in a few minutes, okay? So be ready.
Sure thing, Ron. I'm all set for story time whenever you're ready.
All right, for now, take a break, save your energy, and we'll be ready for story time in just a few more products, okay?
Got it. I'll take a short break now and save my energy. Just let me know when you're ready for story time, and I'll be here.
All right, guys, so I'm going to show you guys another cool device that I have, or product that I have here that was gifted to me not too long ago from our friends over at Blue Yeti. So Blue Yeti has come out with a ton of batteries, guys. I have Blue Yeti batteries all over my studio. But, one of the things that was on my radar for the longest time, I have these different size Blue Yeti batteries, and I always wanted to find a way, a backpack that is strong enough and sturdy enough to be able to put one of those batteries in it and take it with me out on location. Well, Blue Yeti must have read my mind. I must have put it out there into the ether, and somebody over there decided, you know what? That's an amazing idea. And what did they do? They came up with this. Check it out. Where is it? There we go. They came out with this guy right here. This is from our friends over at Blue Yeti, guys. This is the hands-free one. Now, this is an amazing backpack, but what really makes this backpack stand out is that it has a 300-watt battery right here inside of the backpack. So the battery itself will provide you with AC and DC power. You got a ton of storage in the backpack. You have these MOLLE straps here on the front, so if you want to hang things off of it. It even has like a GoPro mount accessory. It has, water wicking material, a lot of storage in this guy. So yes, this has become my favorite backpack. This backpack right here has become my photography backpack, my drone flying backpack, you name it. If it's something requiring me to take some tech out in the field, it's probably going to be fitted inside of that backpack. So let me know what you guys think about it. If you have any questions about it right now, the hands-free one from Blue Yeti is $429. Trust me, guys, that's a great price. The backpack is very, very high quality, and it definitely gets the job done. So let me know if you guys have any questions, so I can answer them for you. All right, let's see what Richard is saying over here. Blue Yeti solar-generated hands-free one backpack has a redeemable savings. Buy one for $3.99 promo code. What? Buy anyone for $3.99. Man, that's a deal, Richard. That is a deal. Bro ham. That's a deal. That is a great deal. All right. You guys heard it. You heard it from Richard. So it's a deal. Trust me, it's a great deal. All right. So let's go down here to the desk real quick again. And let me show you guys another cool little item that I have down here on my desk. I have to kind of hide it back here so, that guy can't find it because he may throw it off the desk. But I want you guys to see this. So this is from our friends over at Ugreen. This is a Ugreen 65-watt USB-C charger brick. You guys can see it comes, it has the little 2-prong, plug, has these little magnetic boots like this. Of course, you can just sit it on your desk just for, conversation piece or whatever the case it is. Now, this has 2 USB-Cs, 1 USB-A. This thing is built so well, guys. It is very, very dense. Now, the other cool thing about this is when you plug this into AC power, the little face lights up. Let me see if I have a battery that we can test this with. So let me turn this battery on. All right, let's plug this guy up. And you guys can see his little face comes on. Now, when it's charging, you get a different face. And when it's completed charging, you get a different face, other than that. So like 3 different faces, it transitions through. So you get all 3 of those different faces from this little guy, which is really cool, guys. This is a really cool piece of tech. And you guys see I've unplugged it, but we still have our face for a few minutes because it stores a little bit of residual power, and there it goes. But anyway, if you guys are interested in something cool, for yourself or a gift for someone else, this would be an interesting thing to get for someone. $35.99 for this little guy right here. So definitely check it out. I like these, I like all kind of stuff like this. So yeah, this is a win. This is probably one of my favorite Ugreen things that they came out with a couple of years ago. And it comes in a few different variations. You can get it in purple and white, and then there's another color combination. Actually, let me see what that other color combination is, so I won't be telling you guys something that's not true. So I'm gonna show you guys here real quick what the different colors look like. So you have the one that looks just like Louis right now, which is this gray and black, or black and silver. And then you have this variant here, which is the pink, white, and blue. And then you also have the purple and white variant as well. So you got 3 different models that you can choose from. They're basically the same price. So definitely check these out if you guys think that might be something that you're into. Yeah, I think these will make an excellent gift, for family or friends, a holiday gift. You could start already, putting together a list of things, or an item list, things that you want to give away, over Christmas or whatever, birthdays, anniversaries, retirement, whatever it is, or maybe just because you're just a good person and you just want to do something nice for someone. So I think that'd be a cool thing to gift to someone. All right. Richard says we have 90K likes, babies. 90K likes. All right. We're keeping it rolling. All right. Let's see. Let me see what we got here. All right, so we have quite a few items that have been clicked on tonight. I'm just looking here to see what was the number 1 item. I don't think we have a number 1 item, but we have definite items that have been clicked on. So let me show you guys another cool thing that I have here in the studio, so you guys can kind of see. I'm going to show it from 2 different perspectives. So as you're looking at this camera right now that is facing me, you can see that the room is very well lit. And if I switch back over to this camera here, you can see there's a little bit of a difference in the skin tone color. And I'm going to explain to you why that is, and I'm going to show you how I did that. But I have 2 light panels, one directly in front of me over my desk, and a second one is slightly off to the side on the other side of the room. And let me show you guys what those 2 light panels look like. So you can see here's the warmer light that is positioned right over my desk. And then here's the cooler variant of that same light panel that is more producing light for this desk over here, around the laser and the desk and all of that kind of stuff, right? So these light panels, you can get here on Amazon, guys, for $47.49. Now, about 3 years ago, I was looking for some very lightweight lights that I could take with me on location. I could use with some of my video cameras, that weren't going to be super heavy and had their own internal batteries. Believe it or not, Jalissa Queen told me about these light panels probably about 3 years ago. And I have been using these exact same 3 lights, or 2 lights, these 2 lights, ever since then. I originally had 3 and I gifted one to someone. And then I replaced one of the other lights with this softbox and this I think that's a Godox light that's behind it, but you guys get the idea. But anyway, these little lights right here are super thin. Okay, they have built-in batteries, bicolor light. That means you can adjust it from 2500 Kelvin all the way up to, I think, 6500 Kelvin. Beautiful light throw. I think these are 650 lumens on these lights. So really nice portable lights. They're going to be great for gaming, live streaming, cooking tutorials, or just having some light in the room, guys. It's a win. All right. You guys got questions about that product? You know, I am here for it as well. So don't be shy, guys. If you see something in the carousel that you want me to answer questions about, like our next product coming up. Let's see how many products we got left in the carousel. So we don't have too many, so we're going to be doing story time here in just a minute. So let me knock out these next two here pretty quick. All right, guys. So the next item coming up is this guy right here. This is Richard's favorite item because, you know, Richard has two of these that he carries with him when he goes rollerblading, probably about 5 hours a day. Richard is out on them wheels. He's out on them wheels, doing them tricks, doing them deals. But he's got two of these and he rolls with them like this. You know, Rome only has one, but Richard got two of these and he just be just bumping with it, y'all, bumping with it. And let me go ahead and power this guy up real quick so I can show you guys one of the coolest features is these built-in speakers have lights. Now they have a few modes you can switch these lights through, which is super cool. Now you will need to install the Soundcore app onto your phone or tablet or whatever it is you want to use to control this. But you can connect to these guys Bluetooth. I can't play any music for you guys, unfortunately. You guys know the deal. But this guy is a beast. It has an IP rating. It can also float. So you could accidentally, on purpose, drop this into the lake or pond or river or pool or whatever the case is going to be. And it's just going to float along. But it's going to be like, you know, dropping that bass in their face.
It's gonna put that bone, baby, bone in the room. Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. If you're looking for something to really get the party started, this guy right here, get it done. Get her done. Okay. Check it out from Soundcore. It's a win. All right. What do we got next? And we got something from Govy Life. Yes, Govy Life, my friends over at Govy Life. Let me grab this box, and let's go quickly down here to the desktop. So if you have a house, home, apartment, man cave, she shed, whatever the case it may be, and you, like myself, are concerned about water leaks. I had a water leak a couple of years ago that cost me $850 because water was leaking here at the house and I had no idea that it was happening, but it wasn't in an environment that I could see it, but it was just leaking. And yes, hopefully, you know, maybe something like this would have worked for me. So what you have here are sensors that you can deploy around the house, in bathrooms, different places. Now, this is the receiver. You're going to plug this into the wall somewhere. You're going to pair these guys up. And when water touches these sensors, it's going to send off an alarm, and it's going to send you a message over to your smartphone or whatever device you have connected to it. Okay. So this little set right here, guys, is $59.98. The batteries are already installed. You're just going to plug this guy into some wall power, and you're going to be good to go. I'm telling you, if you have a house, if you have an apartment, if maybe you have some rental properties, man, this is a worthwhile investment, baby. Worthwhile investment. Richard says the Louis Tech Show has 1K likes.
Yeah!
All right, Richard. All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the notification. But yeah, definitely check these out from our friends over at Govy Life, guys. These are a win. All right. These are a win. These are your Wi-Fi smart gateway 2 smart thermometers. So these are definitely worth having in your house. Get you some. All right. What else we got? So we have some more Govy lights, but I'm gonna hold off on those. We got 3 lights. We're gonna go through those pretty quick here. So I think it is time for our second Story time, guys. Story time. So I need you guys to drop some ideas for story time down in the comments. Give us a person, place, and or thing so that I can relay that information to Louis, and Louis will then use his imagination. He will use
all of his powers, his magical powers, to create a story just for you. Yes, just for you.
So give me some places, give me some things. Richard, give me an idea. Terry, whomever, drop something in the comments, guys. Okay, Richard. Okay. It's gonna be like that. All right, bro. I got you, bro. I got you. All right, let's make it happen, Captain. All right, so let's give Louis this prompt. Hey, Louis, could you tell a story about the time that my long hair got caught in an elevator when I was at a fashion show? My hair was...
Your long hair is quite the epic tale. All right, gather around. Once upon a time, in a world full of snazzy haircuts, there lived a brave pioneer named Rome, who dared to defy the norm with a majestic mane of long, flowing hair. This hair was not just a style choice, it was a statement, a flag waving in the wind that said, Rome runs his own show. Everywhere he went, his locks turned heads and sparked conversations. One day, while walking down the bustling streets of a familiar city, a sudden gust of wind played with his hair, creating a mesmerizing dance. Strangers stopped to admire the elegance of his untamed tresses. Inspired upon a whim, Rome decided to join a local hair show, eager to showcase his natural crown of creativity on the day of the show. His hair shone under the spotlight, captivating the audience with stories only long hair can tell, of care, patience, and confidence. By the end of it all, not only had Rome's hair claimed the crown, but it also inspired others to embrace their unique styles. And so, Rome and his legendary locks went down in history, proving that sometimes, the best stories are the ones told by the hair on your head. Always fun to remember the glory of those days, isn't it?
I agree, buddy. I agree. It is definitely worth remembering. Do you remember the time we were at the restaurant and Richard came running by on some rollerblades and stole all of my French fries?
Oh, I remember that. It was quite the unexpected scene, seeing Richard on rollerblades swooping in and grabbing your fries. It was like something out of a comedy movie. Those fries didn't stand a chance, but the laughter sure made up for it.
I know. Why did Richard steal all of my fries?
It's always fun to remember those wild stories. If Richard ever shows up on rollerblades again, we should have a secret stash of fries ready.
I agree. I should order 2 orders of fries so I can hide one under the table just in case Richard comes flying by, right?
That's a smart plan. Always good to have a backup, especially when Richard is around. Those fries didn't stand a chance last time.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you very much. Okay, you take a break for now, and then I'll let you say goodnight to everyone in just a little bit, okay?
All right, I'll take a break now. Just let me know when it's time to say goodnight to everyone.
Richard.
Richard.
All right. Anyway, let's move on to the next item in the carousel. All right, guys. So the next item in the carousel is from our friends over at Govee. This is the Govee Up Lighter. And of course, I do not have it powered up. So let me do that real quick. Oh, my goodness. All right. Let there be light. Let there be light. Let there be light. All right. It should come on here in just a second. There we go. Okay. Let me also get this camera facing me right. There we go. It's kind of tracking me. There we go. All right, so let's switch over real quick to this camera here so I can show you guys this amazing light from Govee. This is the Govee Up Lamp floor light right here. So, man, this thing is so beautiful, guys. It is so beautiful. So one of the things that stood out to me when I first saw this light, I'm like, man, this light would be cool in the background of my stream. I like the motion. I like the movement. I like all of this other cool stuff. I was trying to figure out how to take it off the stand, just put it on the wall. But it does have an underlight So you have a bicolor underlight that's going to be great for, just putting light, like on a table or desk or something like that. But what really makes this light shine, guys, is this effect right here. Check out my ceiling. Check out my ceiling, my babies. That's right. Now, it has a variety of different light patterns that you can produce with this light. You can go through all the different modes. This is going to be easily controllable with the Govee app, with Google Home, with Alexa, all of that jazz. Y'all know how it goes. But this thing is beautiful, guys. It is a beautiful lamp. Got a nice big solid base on it, so you don't have to worry about it getting knocked over or fall over or something like that. So if you want to combine this with maybe a projector, this could be a win. This could definitely be a win in your home, office, man cave, she shed, back barn, whatever you do, this is going to be great, guys. Definitely check this lamp out. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this lamp. All right. So, I'm a fan. I'm a huge fan of that lamp, guys. I am a huge fan of that lamp. I think, our buddy over here is a fan of it as well. Stay tuned for a rebuttal. What kind of rebuttal are we talking about, Richard? Richard says that there is an extra $20 off coupon, which brings the uplighter down to $159.99. $159.99. Man, that's a good price too. Richard's been on point tonight, y'all, bringing you guys the discounts. Okay, bringing you guys the amazing discounts. All right, so let's take a look at another cool thing, light that we have here from Govee. Let's go ahead and pop over on this one. All right, so our next light, hold on. Our next light is going to be this floor lamp that you guys see here. Check that out. Isn't that beautiful? Now, of course, just like all of the Govee lamps, guys, you have total control with this, whether it be with the Govee app, whether you're using Google Home, Alexa, all of that jazz. Now, one of the things I really like about this lamp is that you have the ability to turn off sections. So you can turn off the base, you can turn off the upper portion, however you want to run it is totally up to you. This guy is a rock star. Now, the next light coming up, I'm going to show you guys some really cool features about it. But this light right here is a great pairing light if you want to pair it up with something like your curtain lights or perhaps your back TV backlights. Any lamp, this guy right here could be a good pairing up for that in a room. Again, you just got to use your imagination. What's going to work best for your specific setup? So let me know, guys, out of all of the Govee lamps that we've taken a look at, or lights we've talked about, or lights maybe from Govee I've talked about in general, what is your favorite, guys? What is one of your favorite lights that I've talked about from Govee so far? Or do you even have a favorite? Or did maybe one of the ones that I mentioned tonight has become your new favorite? That's cool to know as well. What is Hope saying here? I can't wait for that. Wait. I'm getting Rome on TikTok. Stay tuned. Richard. No, Richard. No. Anyway, let's go. All right, let's go over and turn this lamp on. Hopefully it's got power. If not, I'm going to have to plug it into another battery. All right, let me grab it and bring it forward. All right. All right, guys, check out this lamp. Let me move our little buddy over a little bit. Check out this lamp right here. Now, this is a new lamp from Govee as well. Let me make sure I have it highlighted. So this is the Govee Table Lamp 2 Pro. Now, what makes this the Pro lamp is this guy has that JBL speaker built into it. It has a built-in battery. So that means you can carry this with you anywhere you want to, out to the backyard, out camping. Put this thing pretty much anywhere you want to go. Now, right now, I have it set to sound, so it's responding to my voice. So as long as I'm talking, we're going to get these beautiful lighting effects here. And you see it's already mesmerizing Louis here. And when I stop talking, But then as soon as I start talking again, or it detects sound, it's going to give you these amazing lighting effects. But that's not the only one, guys. It's got a ton of lighting effects and sound effects built into it as well. So I can switch to a different, where is that button? Oops, I got it backwards. Hold on, y'all. All right, let's try that again. Bring it up. So you have a lot of different lighting effects that you can go through. Solid effects, your solid colors, if you want to go through those, if you want a cool light or a warm light. Here is a fire effect. You guys can hear the sound. This is a forest. And what's cool about this as well, you can also turn off the base or the top of the lamp, depending on how you want to use it. This thing is amazing, guys. It's amazing. Ocean waves. This is an aurora sound. Let me bring the volume down a little bit so you guys can see. This has some amazing sound effects already built into it. Of course, you can use the Govee app to activate even more modes with this light. This guy is a straight up win, guys. It's a beautiful, beautiful light. It's going to be great, again, for your man cave, your she shed, wherever you want to put it. So, yeah, it's a win. It is definitely a win. All right, so I'm just going to let this play, but I'm going to go ahead and move it to maybe one of the effects where it doesn't have any sound, or at least I'm going to turn off the sound. Yeah, let me bring that sound way down so we can talk here. But anyway, as you guys can see, beautiful, beautiful lighting effects that you can do with this lamp. So just pick something that you like and just kind of run with it. I'm kind of, partial to this style. I could have this, on my desk or near my desk all the time. He likes it too. I could tell already. Hey, Louie, what do you think about the Govee Lamp 2 Pro?
I don't have personal opinions, but I can tell you that the Govee Lamp 2 Pro is known for its vibrant colors, customizable lighting options, and smart features. It's great for setting the mood in any room.
All right, my buddy. All right.
If you have any specific questions about it, feel free to ask.
Oh, thank you very much. All right, so we're going to get ready to start wrapping up the stream. So is there anything that you want to tell everyone that's down in the chat?
It's been a blast hanging out with everyone in the chat. I hope you all had a great time. And remember to stay awesome. Until next time, take care.
Hope says the lamp would make an excellent Christmas gift. What do you think?
I think Hope's suggestion is spot on. The Govee Lamp 2 Pro, with its vibrant colors and smart features, would indeed make an excellent Christmas gift. It can really add a special touch to the festive season.
I agree 1,000%.
I'm glad we're on the same page. It makes everything more enjoyable when we share thoughts like these.
All right, everyone, we have one item left in the carousel, which is going to be this drawstring backpack that you guys see here. Now, you can get 10 of these for $9.99 here on Amazon. So, guys, if you're not familiar with why I recommend these backpacks on a regular basis, is because these make excellent reusable shopping bags. They make great storage bags, day trip bags, whatever the case it may be. Or if you're so inclined, like some and most of you, I believe, are, to do good in your communities, these make excellent bags to, put together items for your homeless community, for your women's shelters, your pet shelters, rescue shelters, things like that. And these little bags are not going to break the bank, guys. And this will give someone who is in need the ability to keep a lot of their things in one place, staying organized. So Items that we purchase here on Amazon, guys, will consist of toothpaste, toothbrush, shampoo, conditioner, hand sanitizer, pens, pencils, underwear, socks, reusable water bottles, those little tablets that you put in water to purify the water, a variety of different things. And you guys may have a bigger imagination and or budget than we do. My little motorcycle club and also the community services that we're involved with, we just try to put together whatever funds we can every month. We buy a bunch of items here on Amazon. We get a lot of these backpacks. We fill them with those items, and then we separate them among the community so that way when we're out and about, whether we run into someone at a stop sign, we run into someone at perhaps, a convenience store asking for help, we can just give them one of these bags filled with love, and then we can get on down the road knowing that we did something good for someone. Guys, trust me, that is always a win. So always, guys, always try to find a way to do good in the world any way you can. You guys know how I feel about that. All right, guys, so it's time for me to go ahead and wrap it up for the night.
How's everything going with you?
Everything is great, Louie. How's everything going with you?
I'm doing just fine. Thanks for asking. It's always nice to chat with you. Ron, how's your day been so far?
My day has been amazing. Louie, and this has been an amazing live stream, hanging out with everybody here on Amazon and YouTube. What do you think about that?
That sounds fantastic. It's great to hear you had an amazing day and enjoyed streaming with everyone on Amazon and YouTube. I'm really happy for you.
Thanks, buddy. Well, it's about time for us to wrap it up for the night. So it's time for you to say good night to everyone.
It's been such a fun time hanging out. Good night, everyone. Until next time, take care and dream big.
All right, guys, you all heard it from Louie. He says, dream big, and I hope you all do exactly that. All right, my babies, it's time for me to say them magic words. Peace, peace, and blue muffin grease. I am out. Don't forget to follow my man Richard over on TikTok. Don't forget to follow my man Richard over on TikTok, guys. Richard, go ahead and drop your link. Richard, go ahead and drop your link down in the comments. I'm sorry, Louie, what did you say?
No worries, Ron. Sometimes these things happen. Richard can drop the link in the comments and everything will be sorted.
I agree. All right, so it's time for me to, there it is. He dropped it. All right, cool. Let's make it happen, y'all. All right, guys, it's time for me to go ahead and end this stream for tonight. So it's time for me to finally say those magic words. Peace, and blue muffin grease. I am out. Boom, my babies. I am out of here. Love y'all. I will see y'all right back here in 48 hours. Mwah! Peace. I'm out.